Hello YouTube, this is Kimpocalypse, and I just wanted to share another video with you. I'm just documenting me going to Tomb Raider. That was actually a good movie. I go to Best Buy as much as I can. That was also a good movie. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. I'm a big geek, so anytime I get a chance to go to Best Buy, I go to Best Buy, go to GameStop. Places like that, back in the Walmart electronics section, which there's not much there, but they are starting to carry high-end TVs. If you haven't noticed, they actually got the C8 OLEDs, and they got the Samsung QLEDs, the Q6F, but you can order higher-end TVs off their website. But anyway, Nintendo's up and coming again. NES controller, and there's the extension cord. They fell off with the Wii U, and then the Switch came out, and the Switch has actually done really, really well, and my daughter's actually wanting one. So every time I go to Best Buy, I look at the stuff that they have for it, just for ideas to get her. Actually, I'd like to have one myself just to play, but remember when you couldn't find any? And they were so scarce that like I would never be able to get a Switch, and now you can find them just about everywhere. That's a classic game. It was Sonic collection. I believe it comes with Sonic, Sonic 2, and Sonic and Knuckles, I believe. But anyway, Xbox One X. One good thing about the Xbox right now is they're getting ready to do the Dolby Vision update. So you'll be able to stream in Dolby Vision, and the rumors are, and I hope they're true, because I love Dolby Vision better than HDR10, but it's saying that it's going to extend to their player, their 4K player, so you'll be able to watch hard discs, hard copies in Dolby Vision, which would be awesome. But anyway, of course I have to go through the video games. That's my vice. Video games and TVs. Game here, God of War. If you have not played this game and you have a PS4, you need to get this. This is an epic game. It's probably one of the best games I've played in a while, since The Last of Us. Actually, I love The Last of Us. Kind of waiting on the second one, kind of not, And look, no PS4 Pros, but all kinds of PS4 1TB Slims. Everybody likes the Pros because of the upscaling. This is Ready Player One. I have not watched this movie yet, but I was looking specifically to see if it was in Dolby Vision, and it is actually. And Dolby Vision, it adds more color. HDR10 and 10 plus, they don't analyze that. What you see at the beginning of the movie is how it's going to be picture wise, and Dolby Vision actually analyzes the metadata and adjusts the picture accordingly, the brightness and the color level. So that's why I like Dolby Vision a lot better. More video games. I mean, they have a decent selection. A lot of stuff is going digital now, which ain't so bad. The only thing is you can't trade your games off and stuff like that. You can't trade them in, which actually is not a bad thing, because when's the last time that you traded a game in the GameStop that they actually gave you something for? There's the old joke. There was a meme, I'm sorry, on Facebook a while back. It was like a crap load of games. There had to be like games from NES, Super NES, and newer stuff. I mean, there was hundreds of games, and the meme said, GameStop be like, I give you $5. And I mean that's sad, but it's kind of the truth. Anyway, I was looking at this movie. The Matrix is awesome. Pacific Rim was awesome. The second one, meh, I don't know. but it wasn't in Dolby Vision, and that's mainly what I'm looking for is movies in Dolby Vision that's on 4K, and 4K has caught on pretty good. They say that 4K is adapting faster than Blu-ray did, and which Blu-ray caught on pretty decent after the format war. If you're seasoned like me, then you know that they was the in the format war they was Blu-ray, and they was just HD DVD, which was produced by Toshiba actually, and then excuse me, and then like Samsung and Sony were behind Blu-ray, and Blu-ray is actually Sony's deal, which is, you know, it's pretty awesome that they won one, because I remember back in the VHS and the Beta days, the VHS was one company, and the Betamax was Sony trying to push it, and Sony lost their rear end on it. But Blu-rays have taken off pretty well, and so has the 4K UHD movies, and you can see from what I'm showing you that, I mean, there's tons of them, and they're even on remakes. There's Jumanji, the old one with Robin Williams, which is a classic. Here's Spider-Man, and look, Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. So if you have an Xbox here in the near future, you'll be able to watch it in Dolby Vision. And I believe, if they haven't already done it, they was going to support Dolby Atmos as well. So if you're fortunate enough to throw them an arm and a leg, you could own a Dolby Atmos surround system, which actually sounds really, really good, if you can afford it. Like me, average Joe, I mean, one of the sound bars I was looking at was, I think it was $699, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, I can hear it just fine through the speakers on the TV. But anywho, we're headed back towards the TVs. There's the Rokus. And here is a TCL. This is the TCL 5 series, which does support Dolby Vision. It's a lot cheaper because it's not as bright, and I don't believe it has as many dimming zones as the 6 series. But still a good TV. And then we go over here, and this is the Samsung display, and the one in the middle is a Q6F, and I believe that's just a 55-inch. Yeah, it's a 55-inch, and it's $1,099, and that's actually on sale. It's $1,299. Now, I'm not knocking Samsung. Samsung's a very good product, but they're a little overpriced, I think. But you also get what you pay for. Speaking of getting what you pay for, there's the new Toshiba Fire TVs. They're very cheap. The picture's halfway decent from what I hear, but I haven't seen one out on display. And then here's Samsung, and their displays are really good. I mean, I'm not going to knock Samsung. Samsung makes a great product, like I said, but they're so overpriced. They have so many different models. They have the cheaper models that doesn't look very good, not very 4K. Then they have the models like there's the Q8, the Q7, the Q6 looks decent. The Q9 is their top of the line, and but the Q9 is, I think it's around $3,000, and I do like Samsung, but like I said, I don't want to throw an arm and a leg out there to have to pay for one. But, you know, as quality-wise and stuff like that, I mean, you know, Samsung doesn't make a good product. And, yeah, look at that. $3,000. That's a used car, people. The NU 8500, that looks pretty decent. It's still up there in price right now. I think it's still around 12 or 13. I think we're going over here to the excuse me, these are the OLEDs. Of course, LG makes a good panel. OLED is a great panel. All you OLED fans out there, don't think I'm knocking an OLED panel. OLEDs look awesome, but unless you're going to pay the $3,500 for that TV right there, it doesn't get very bright because of that ABL, the automatic brightness limiter, and that tries to prevent burn-in. And even the $3,500 TV, it does have a high risk of burn-in. If you go to rratings.com, they do excellent reviews on those, and out of 10, the burn rating on those are like a 1, which is very bad. But I mean, they do make a good product, and they do have very deep blacks, and they look awesome. Now, you can't have a 4K TV without having a player. You got to have a 4K player. And what you want to look for now, because Dolby Vision is coming out, is you want to look for one that actually supports Dolby Vision. And the only one I've seen right here right now is this LG 4K player. And see, it supports Dolby Vision and regular HDR. Dolby Vision is awesome, like I said. Yeah, you're going to pay for it too. And you know, ironically enough, that's what you can almost buy an Xbox One S for. That's going to have the Dolby Vision implemented in it. And there's Roku. Roku is an awesome operating system, which is what I'm partially basing my decision on getting the TCL is, because it has built-in Roku. Here's the video, excuse me, the Vizio P series, and you can see in this video what I was talking about before. With you see both pictures, you can see the top is darker, dimmer than the bottom. And you know, Joelster, who is another YouTuber, does TV reviews. He is doing the review on the 55-inch P series right now, and check out his channel. It's Joelster, I believe it's 4GK. Check him out. He does excellent reviews. But anyway, he's reviewing it right now, and you know, he told me, because of my last video I said something about it being dim. He said that the 55-inch gets just as bright when you get it at home. It's just a matter of playing with the settings. And but anyway, check him out. And here's the Sony's. Of course, Sony, you know, those 4 little letters cost you $4,000. That's $1,000 a letter. But Sony's do look good. They came out with their own OLED panel, which I believe is an LG OLED panel. Hint, hint. They put their technology behind the panel itself. So I mean, they made it look a little bit brighter and crisper than a LG OLED. The only PS4 Pro that they had in the store was a display. But anyway, we're coming to the TCL. This is another one that I'm trying to make my decision on between this and the Vizio. The picture on this one looks great. Looks excellent. It's really bright, and I mean, I have no complaints about it. Even as a display, it looks really, really good. And you'll see here in just a second when I pan back out, it's going to put an actual 4K picture on it. It's streaming 4K from a stick. But I wanted to show you this right here. A lot of people are sitting there complaining about the edges on these TVs, the TCLs. See how they have the dark corners. I just did this little extra video for a little perk. See, it's got an awesome picture. I mean, there's no denying that is a beautiful picture, and I'm actually at an angle, so you're not actually seeing it straight on the way you're supposed to, and it's very, very bright. But see the corners, how they're dark, especially on a bright screen. Some of the other effect is because of my camera, but this is a Samsung right beside it, and voila, look in the corners. You still have the darkness. Actually, this one's got darkness around the edges too. I don't think it's full array like the no, it's not full array like the TCL is. But this one, they all have dark corners, and that a lot of people were complaining about that with the TCL, but the simple fact is that any LED TV, whether it's backlit, whether it's edge lit, anything, is going to have, you know, it's dark corners. That's just the nature of the beast. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. But anyway, that's enough on that. I'm sorry. But here's the LG SK 8500s. And anyway, I'm going to show you something very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. When you come over here to the TCLs, this is all they have left in the store, by the way. And you see something like this. Okay, do not buy this. No, no, no. Do not buy this. See, a lot of people are getting the panels from Best Buy and Amazon, and the majority of the ones that have panel problems is because of this right here. They've been dropped. It's been dropped. Something has hit it. It might have been rolled off the truck. You don't know. It's got 240 natural motion. That's actually really good. But anyway, don't buy a television, whether it be a TCL, a Vizio, a Sony, a Samsung, any of them that's got a damaged box, because it has hit hard enough to break that cardboard, then it's hit hard enough to damage the TV. And that's a fact. Because I mean, these TVs ain't light. I mean, yeah, they're LED, but they're also full array backlit, and which means they got, you know, LEDs along the back. They're thick, they're heavy, and they're that way for a reason. So if you ever see any kind of TV with a box like that, please don't buy it, because you'll just be taking it back. I guarantee it. Anyway, I came over here to the sound bars because spur of the moment I was sitting there like, oh, well, I wonder how much a sound bar is going to cost me. And somebody just questioned me about an Atmos sound bar earlier, and said, what do I think about them? And they didn't have any actually here, but they did have some that you could order, and they are expensive. Okay, I mean, you can get the sound bars here from $300 down to $129 for that Vizio, but oh wait, I think the Insignia is like $99. But anyway, the Dolby Atmos sound bars, you're going to pay for quality. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But anyway, this is Kenpocalypse, and hit like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more videos for you later.